Hey, what's up, Pokemon fans? Pack here. Today we're going to be going over my favorite Pokemon from every type. Now this is going to be a monotype list, meaning they only have one type. We're going to make this series into two parts, monotype and multi-type. So let's get started with my favorite Pokemon of all time, Mew. So, if you're like me, you love Mew. Mew is my favorite because it's one of the OG types from the original 151. It has very balanced stats. Base stats are all level 100 or at 100, and it has the ability to learn any move, pretty much almost any move. So I like to put mine with Defog, Soft Boiled to get some HP back, Toxic to stall out, and then Knock Off to get rid of the opponent's item. Number 2, we'll go with my boy Bofalant. I think I can do this a better way. There we go. Alright, Bofalant. I like him because he has Sap Sipper, he hits super hard, and he can learn Swords Dance. Only downside is that he's a little bit slow, but you can use that to your advantage on a Trick Room team. I like to put Bofalant's moveset as Earthquake, Body Slam, Iron Defense, and Swords Dance to boost that attack. Now my favorite fire type of all time, Arcanine. I love my doggy here, we do like the Doge. I always put an Assault Vest on him, and we run him with Intimidate, that way we can lower the opponent's attack. His moveset is Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Crunch, or Wild Charge, kind of like toss up there. And I go with a Play Rough to counter the Dragon types. My favorite water type, it used to just be regular Blastoise or even War Turtle, but when G-Max ability came out for Blastoise, I saw him and I was like, bro, how many cannons does this guy have on his back? Like, he looks like a pirate ship, kind of. So, we put Shell Smash on him, Aura Sphere, Ice Beam to counter the Dragon types, and Scald, which becomes G-Max Cannonade. And if you use G-Max Cannonade, your opponent becomes trapped in a watery vortex for like 4 or 5 turns. I think they can still switch out, but you get damage for 4 or 5 turns. Going to my favorite grass type of all time, we've got Rillaboom. I love Rillaboom, and I really do like G-Max Rillaboom too. I just didn't want to put too many G-Max Pokemon on this list. So we got our boy with Grassy Surge, got a Choice Band to make him hit extra hard. Excuse me. And we have Grassy Glide, Drain Punch, Darkest Lariat, and U-Turn. You can put Earthquake on this guy, but be warned because ground moves are halved on grassy terrain, so your terrain either has to run out or you just have to be willing to sacrifice that damage. My favorite ice Pokemon of all time, so it might be a surprise to a lot of you because I don't talk about them very much, but Mega Glalie is dope. I don't usually pick it in my draft leagues, but I should. It's really good. It has Refrigerate, which makes any normal move an ice type move. Unfortunately, I don't have any normal type moves on my move set right now. So I have Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Crunch, and Earthquake. Earthquake's good to counter the fire types that go against it. And obviously it has to carry Glalie because it needs to Mega Evolve. Alright, next up we have my favorite electric type of all time. This one was a really close toss-up between Raikou and Jolteon. I picked Jolteon just because I use it more. Honestly, I do love Raikou though, so honorable mention to Raikou. Life Orb Jolteon with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Shadow Ball, and Signal Beam. Signal Beam is good against the grass types that electricity is weak against, so it's kind of a good move to have just in case you encounter one of those. My favorite fighting type of all time. If you know me, you know that I love the UFC, I love boxing, so I chose Hitmonchan. It was kind of a close toss-up between Hitmonchan and Hitmontop, but I chose my boy Hitmonchan with Iron Fist, raising the punching moves by 1.2% with an Expert Belt because his move pool is pretty large. We got Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Bullet Punch for speed, and Drain Punch to get some of our HP back. My favorite poison type of all time is Weezing. I like the Black Sludge on Weezing, neutralizing gas to kind of nullify the effects of other Pokemon's abilities. And we fixed him up with a Sludge Bomb, a Fire Blast, Toxic, and Protect. Y'all already know what we're going to do right here. We're Toxic Stall Out. One thing you could potentially do that I tell people is you could rest and give it a lumberry, so it will wake up first turn after it sleeps, and that way your toxic protect stall out kind of gets increased for a little bit longer. But for this case, we're just going to run them with Black Sludge and Fire Blast. Now my favorite ground type of all time, Monotypes, remember chat. So I picked Groudon with the red orb to make him primal. If you haven't seen Primal Groudon, I'll put him on the screen right now. And I equipped him with a Drought ability because he has no other abilities, and Fire Punch, Earthquake, Dragon Claw to go against other dragon types just in case they have like Surf or Hydro Cannon or Hydro Blast or whatever. And then Iron Head to go against some fairy types. My favorite flying type of all time is Tornadus with a Focus Sash, Prankster, Tailwind setup to make our entire team faster. And we can still get off a move like Air Slash, Dark Pulse, or Heat Wave. Next on the list would be Pinsir. He's my favorite bug type of all time. Put him with the Choice Scarf, Moxie, make him super fast. He hits super hard. Moxie ability makes it so if you knock out an opponent, you gain some attack. We fix him up with X-Scissor, Close Combat, Earthquake for those fire types that might come against us, and Knock Off to get rid of the opponent's item. Now for my favorite rock type of all time. This one was really hard for me. As you can see, I don't have any moves on Rockruff, but he's so cute. Like, Rockruff is one of the most adorable Pokemon you'll probably find in Pokemon. So I had to choose him. Eviolite just for the memes. I mean, it's not actually going to be useful. And his ability, whatever ability you have, will depend on what he evolves into, right? So if you evolve him with Keen Eye or Vital Spirit during the morning hours, he'll turn into Lycanroc midday. If you evolve him during the nighttime, it will be Lycanroc midnight. And if you evolve him during like 6 to 7 p.m., I think, during own tempo, then he will evolve into Lycanroc Dusk, which is the most desired because he's the most difficult to get. Now we have Duskull. I love the design of this Pokemon. I can't deny it. Some people would argue that I should use Dusclops instead, but purely on design and Eviolite capabilities with that defense, Duskull can be super good, and he gets Levitate. People sleep on my Dusclops, or excuse me, my Duskull. No disrespect. I fix him up with Toxic Protect. Once he gets poisoned, we can Hex, and we can Calm Mind to increase our special defense and our special attack if needed. As you can see right now, his special attack is terrible. It's bad. He's not an attacker. He's a staller for sure. Now we go to my favorite Dark type Pokemon of all time. This is my second evolution on the list, and there was going to be 3, but I decided not to pick one. So 2 evolutions, Umbreon here with Leftover, Synchronize. If another Pokemon poisons or burns this Pokemon, any kind of status, they will get it as well. I believe that is also Mew's ability. Shout out to Mew. We fixed this up with Toxic Protect, Wish, Dark Pulse. I know what you guys are probably thinking. Dang, Pacific, you have a lot of toxic stallouts on your team. But I wouldn't use these on every team. This is just kind of, the way that I prefer them. Not the way I'd use them every time, the way I prefer them though. Going with Umbreon, its design is sick, it's super tanky, it doesn't hit very hard, but it can last for a very long time. Favorite Steel type of all time. This is a very new Pokemon, just came out a couple years ago. Melmetal on Pokemon Go, and then you can trade that to Pokemon Let's Go. You can get it in Pokemon Sword and Shield, you just can't get the G-Max form yet. We fix him up with the ability Iron Fist. No item on him yet, but I don't know, I'm thinking something like a Choice Band, potentially. 1.5 attack. Give him double Iron Bash. That will just destroy. Like, it hits twice, it has 60 damage, and it has a 30% chance to flinch. OP move, so make sure you fix your Melmetal up with double Iron Bash and potentially a Choice Band. Then we get Darkest Lariat, Earthquake for those fire types that might go against us, and if a dragon knows a fire move, we got Ice Punch. Going on to the last Pokemon here, last but not least, Alchemy G-Max. We decided to make this shiny. I think, I don't know, something about the shiny birthday cake looks pretty cool, but either way you look at it here, it's a neat Pokemon. No item here either, but I can go with something like Leftovers. Leftovers seems to be pretty safe. It's a thick Pokemon. If you use it in doubles, I recommend putting Decorate so you can help your teammate out. Raises the target's attack and special attack by 2. But if you just use that on one of your teammates, you're going to become overpowered. You got Dazzling Gleam, Aromatherapy to cure the status conditions of your party, and Calm Mind if you want to bulk up even further. Remember chat, this was the Monotype list, Pokemon with only one type. I'm going to be doing my multi-type list next. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. If you like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell to get notified every time we post a new video. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.